I got it.
Yeah.
Ha! It's on. We're
Cool.
recording.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my PlayStation still just wouldn't connect to the network, so I couldn't watch it on my TV the way that I normally do, which sucks because watching it on the computer, I just can't concentrate it on the same way.
Why you get distracted?
Right.
Like you want to go some other website instead of watching?
Yeah, I mean, I have two monitors, so it's like, okay, when you're on, like, you're watching, yeah, you might be on your phone, you might be on your tablet or something, but you're kind of just like still looking at the main TV,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
kind of in the same general direction. But when you're watching on two monitors, then like your face is just pointed away from the show, and then you're reading something, and what you're reading is distracting you from the word. So my comprehension of this episode may not be great, but that's enough laundry folded for now.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Look, the important thing is it doesn't get too wrinkled. I'm gonna get ready, and then all right. Welcome to Outwit Outplay Outcast. I just realized, you know what I could have used for the like umpteenth recording in a row?
Tell
Like
me.
10 seconds of silence.
Oh, we could do it right now.
Yeah, let's do it right now. All right, that's enough. Because normally, like, I know that's not.
Please
10 seconds,
please leave that in. Make
close.
that part of the episode.
No, I will take that out. It's just that the last, basically every season recently in the new era, we've just kind of started going or whatever, and I have like a second and a half of silence to get the room tone out and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I really should just one time let's just not talk for a little bit. That'll give me more than a second and a half. So there we go. And like you can get it done with a second and a half. So that's why, even though I said
Yeah, you
10
can.
seconds, yeah, I got like it's fine. So anyway. Okay, now for real this time. Hello and welcome to Outwit Outplay Outcast, the Survivor podcast on the Night Living Geeks Network. We're gonna be talking about season 50, episode 8. I deserve all of this.
Episode 9.
God damn it. You know what screwed me up is last week when I said it was episode 8, you said it was 7.
I know. It's left over my fault from last time.
Basically, yeah. I have never made a mistake in my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway,
I know. I know.
Yeah.
Good. At least Brian has a brain.
We've all made mistakes. For one, this podcast. Hey-oh!
Yeah. It's funny because it's true. We've been doing this nigh on a decade.
Yeah. It's good because this season is actually good. Last season, when I was like, we've made a huge mistake. But this one's a good season. This one, like, I feel a little bit bad that we stopped as quickly as we did last week, but I swear I thought we were at like 50 minutes. And then when I did the edit, I'm like, oh, we're at like 35.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
it's fine.
It's good. Anyway, someone should read the summary for this one. I typed it directly into Google Docs using my computer because, as I said, my PlayStation isn't working. So it should be relatively typo-free.
All right, Brian, take it away.
Okay, before I start, I want to point out, okay, since the hockey playoffs have started, and you know how they always do like totally random ass weird stats?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like they're like, this is like, the first time a player that's, was born in the 80s has gotten 4 points on a Thursday, and crazy shit like that. So we can do one of those for this show, I realized.
Yeah.
Is I want to say something like, this show has more percentage of people hosting it with English majors than any other show about Survivor with at least 3 hosts. Huh?
That's probably true.
See?
Is it 60,
Except
66%?
Except Brian, we're not majors. Yeah. We're not majors. We're not majoring anything right now.
With English degrees.
There you go.
I know. I hate it when people say that. I correct them all the time, and then I just fucking did it myself.
Two
God
people
damn it.
with
Anyway,
degrees and one person with no degrees. Also, I'm going to give you a neat one of those crazy stats because I learned it today or yesterday. Is that LeBron James is consecutive games with 10 or more points. That streak is longer than any player currently in the league. Like his record start. Everybody who played when that record started is gone.
Huh.
Now,
There,
granted, it's pretty easy to score 10 points in a basketball game, but it's just a measure of his longevity that not a single person from when that record started is still in the game. Anyway, yeah, it's a
there,
meaningless stat, but it's an interesting meaningless stat.
there is a stat like that for this episode that I will let you know when Brian is done reading.
Right on.
one more thing before we get to it.
God damn
I
it.
think it's funny that the way you were mentioning that, the degrees, I'm like, yeah, and between the three of us, we have 5 of them. So
Yeah.
anyway.
Do we count? Wait. Do we count associate degrees? Because I have a couple of those.
Oh, yeah, sure. Why
Yeah,
not?
wait, no, we need to count. How many
All
do
right.
you have, Brian? No, well,
I have
this
2.
this is no, this is masturbatory. We do this later.
Everyone is dealing from the fallout of Devon's shenanigans. He tells Emily the idol was a fake, so now even his allies are mad about it. So he makes his hay with Joe and Ozzy and explains to the camera that she is a part of every alliance except Aubrey and Tiffany, who have no allies. Devon's entire alliance is scrambling with Aubrey and Christian jumping ship. Christian jumps immediately into a pool of sharks and knows that Joe and Jonathan are out to get him and makes the mistake of telling Sir he's going after Lord Voldemort. Suri, of course, tells everyone, and Christian is doomed. Immunity, fuck. Immunity features a Jeff side bit in which Joe, Jonathan, Ozzy, and Tiff volunteer to compete against Jeff for tribal rice in addition to immunity. The rest can drop whenever they feel too sad and tired. Jeff lasts a decent amount of time, but drops after a couple minutes and gives up the rice. Joe wins and plays it safe when it comes to sending someone to Exile Island, letting the tribe choose among themselves with rock, paper, scissors, resulting in Christian going. 3 makes rice, and Emily has a minor freakout. Tiff warns Devons he's on the block, and he immediately bluffs about using his idol. Still believing the idol is real, Jonathan and everyone else targets Christian pending the outcome of his journey. Christian's punishment is having to interact with Jimmy Fallon, but thankfully it's only a letter and it winds up being an interesting twist. He bottles on the puzzle and can't get it done in time, and we see what would have happened to Rachel all those seasons ago. Now he has to read Jimmy Fallon's note to the rest of the class. Upon reading it, he is dead, dead, dead. 0 chance of surviving tonight. There's a lot of great bluffs and double bluffs and triple bluffs from everything, but it's just an obvious vote tonight, and Christian goes to the jury. Damn.
Actually, it's not the only time he has to interact with Jimmy Fallon. He's on the Jimmy Fallon show tonight, like
Oh,
as we're
good.
recording. So
Wow,
I'll watch
they
that tomorrow
really
and see how it goes.
punished him this season, didn't they?
So the stat, the useless playoff stat. Christian, as of tonight, becomes the first player to be voted out, despite voting correctly every tribal and voting at every tribal attended. So never using a shot in the dark, never having a vote stolen or blocked. So he's been to tribal 9 times, and all 9 times he has voted for the person that got voted out.
Yeah, including this time.
Exactly. That's why he'll probably be. He's the only one to do it.
That's like so. That's one of those really interesting stats that you're like, yeah, no one's ever gonna beat that again because of it. Like it's an unassailable stat that will live for all time.
Mhm.
Much like I said, that I think her name I think her name was Francesca, the one who got voted out first twice in a row. No one will ever beat that stat.
Because they're never gonna
That's
fight a
really
first
cool.
boot out again.
Yeah. Like, no, I think about it because, like, in hockey, seeing as how we're talking about the playoffs, like, who do you think leads for most consecutive shutout minutes? Like,
Goaltender?
it must
Yeah, you mean
clearly
the goaltender, or what do you mean?
yeah, goaltender.
Probably
Like, that's
Lundqvist.
yeah, you're gonna think like some great all-time goal. No, it's Brian Boucher,
Holy shit.
former yeah, Brian Boucher. He got 300 and something odd shutout minutes straight, like in over the course of a couple of games with the Coyotes back in the day. That is a stat that will never be beaten ever again. No one's going to get 300 some odd shutout minutes.
Even more
Uh,
impressive that it was with the Coyotes.
yeah, no, exactly. But like that's the thing. It's like just it's never no one, and it's belong. Okay, Christian is actually a very good Survivor player, so he deserves some sort of record. I think that our Christian hat trick is a much better record that he deserves, but like so he deserves something. But yeah, like he's not a no name. Like all due respect to Brian Boucher, the pride of Worcester, Massachusetts, but like he's not going to go in the Hall of Fame, even though he has a record that will never be beaten.
So there's a lot of people saying that Christian got like disadvantage screwed the way that Suri got like advantage screwed before. How do you guys feel like do you think the only reason he left or the main not let's see say the main reason, but do you think if it wasn't for this disadvantage he wouldn't have gone?
No.
No, yeah,
Do you
yeah,
think he
he
would
would
you
have
think it
been.
would have been pretty safe?
Yeah.
No,
No. I was
no,
saying he definitely would have still gone. This.
Yeah.
yeah. This would have
Yeah.
sealed it.
Yeah, I agree cuz like he was not playing a great game to start with. Um like he'd made some bad choices about who to share information with. I remember it was him, Emily, Ozzy, Mike White, and Angelina, and he voted off Angelina and Mike White, and wanted to roll with Ozzy and Emily as his number ones, completely missing the fact that Ozzy's not going to be his number one. Ozzy is Suri's number one,
Yeah,
right?
true, but the thing of it is, I really think that nobody knows just how tight Sari.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
I'm coughing here. Yeah, nobody knows just how tight she is, and that's not to Christian's detriment. It's because Sari is very, very good at poker. I feel because, like, think about it. Even in this one, Christian said to her, "Yeah, I think it would make sense to get out Ozzy because he has an idol and all that kind of stuff." And he was scrambling for his life at that point, but it's like he doesn't know that they're together.
Yeah, but I mean, even as he's
Yeah.
scrambling, like he goes to Joe and Jonathan, and like as he's scrambling, trying to come up with anything else, he's just hitting walls because he hasn't developed the relationships that he needed to have developed in order to get him there. Like
Mm.
this isn't uh a disadvantage that's so impossible to overcome, right? Like if it had
Oh
been
yeah, no,
on, if it had been on Suri, it probably would have been fine.
yeah,
You'd have some talk of like, let's shoot our shot while she's got it, but like you'd have a harder time with it. I think Christian, it ends up being an okay out because there's just not not that much for him to rally. He doesn't have that many close allies. He has a
yeah.
couple. I mean, he has Devons, and he has a couple people he's been playing with, but that's not. Those people aren't going to rally to your defense.
Yeah, like had it been Rizzo or Jonathan or trying to think who else.
Joe.
They're probably the two safest, but well, Joe it couldn't have been because he won immunity.
Yeah, yeah,
But like they're the two safest. Then I think Suri could have easily survived it by guile or whatever. But yeah, no, like Christian was screwed largely because of his gameplay. And hey, here's the thing: you're allowed to solve the puzzle. Yeah, you can just do that, and you can solve the puzzle, and then you get to vote somebody. And the one part I wasn't entirely sure about is, do you still get to do a regular vote, right?
yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah, that would have been a really good one.
I don't know. I see. I think what I do agree is that the disadvantage here is really disproportionate to the level of advantage earned. Like the one in the earn thing is kind of cool, but it is strictly in every way worse than an extra vote, right? Because you
Mm,
have to
yeah,
use it. This tribal, you have to vote before you talk to your allies. You have to do it immediately after the immunity challenge, right? So like you have to know for sure without any of the scramble time who you're voting for, and that's rough, man. Whereas an extra vote, like even if you have to use it that night, you can talk to people and you can do tribal council and you can sort some things out. This is like strictly worse than extra vote. And then the downside, the disadvantage is brutal. Not only do you lose your vote essentially, you come in with one vote against you, And the fact that you have to go back and read it to your entire tribe. So there's no hiding, no playing, none of it, right? Like it's a triple whammy of bad, and the upside for the one in the urn is not great. Like if it had been just an extra vote, maybe. I feel like it should have been at least like a steal a vote is up for grabs, right? Like then that's kind of been even there, you know? But the
Nah,
triple
I like
whammy,
this one.
I I like the drama of it. It just did not feel balanced.
Well, here's I get you what you're saying. However, that said, it's called Exile Island for a reason. It's not called Happy Reward Island. So
We didn't go to Exile Island.
yeah,
He went to the Rachel barge.
Yeah, he
it's
went on a
like
journey.
you went on a journey, but I mean that's the point though, right? Like journeys are a gamble. Like if it was always something good, like oh, find this coconut or whatever, and you get this advantage. If it was always something good, then then obviously yeah, you want to go. Like this time around, there were a bunch of people like I didn't want to go. Like I was like I don't know, whatever. So it's like yeah, it makes sense. I like that. Now I will always gamble if I'm ever lucky enough to be on the show, which I'm not because now I'm old and ugly, and they don't want ugly people on the show. Um, like I would gamble every single time. They'd be like, "Hey, does anyone want to go?" I'd be like, "Me, me, 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 me." I just think it's fun.
Yeah,
But
you got to play the game.
I don't think people didn't want to go because they're afraid of the bad. They didn't want to go because they're afraid of getting the good and being targeted for it.
It's the same thing though. Like I mean, look, the good is a small advantage at best. Now, like for example, let's say he had one and he put it in for. Did he ever say who he was going to target? Oh yeah, he wanted to go for Ozzy.
Yeah.
So he'd have put one in there for Ozzy, and then he could have created a play where it's like, all right, look, let's just split it, and then that way, he's got to use his idol. Well, wait, that'd be a bad idea. But you know what I mean? Something like we'll just split it, just be on the safe side. It'll be fine. It'll be a 4-4 vote, and then whatever, and then surprise, it's 5-4. Like I think that could have worked, especially if like he would have let Rick know, and I feel weird calling him Rick. He would have let Devons know. That is so weird. That is his name, and it's even what it says on the little Chiron. It says Rick.
Yeah.
Anyway, he would have let Devons know. Devons would have um, been able to get somebody for sure. And I don't know. I think they could have pulled it off. If they could have pulled off, we'll just split 4-4 and just be on the safe side, and then bam, 5-4.
Yeah, I mean, I can see how it could make good TV, but you get that same effect from an extra vote.
Yeah,
I just feel I feel like
but
this was the biggest downside or beware that we've
yeah,
seen in a long time. And
yeah,
if
that's
that's it,
cool.
I think it's mostly useful in that after this, you're gonna really slow down raising your hand to go on a journey. Because
Yeah,
up until now, the stakes were lose your vote, right? And this is that times 10.
yeah. Well, look. Here's we agree for the most like we just disagree on the interpretation of that. Like I agree with you
It's
that
brutal.
the disadvantage is way more brutal than the advantage. I agree with you that it was a fait accompli and you like okay, he probably would have been voted out, but this was just like, oh yeah, no, definitely. Like let's just all go for that low hanging fruit, especially because he is a popular person and whatever. No, I agree with all that. But I look at this journey and go and how it's like he has a tiny little weak advantage or a big huge millstone around your neck. And I go, that fucking rules. And you don't, and that's fair. That's fair. I like broccoli. Our dear friend Shelby does not like broccoli. I'm not gonna say she's wrong. It is what it is.
She's right.
I love it. I love broccoli. This is I'm not a bougie person at all. I last weekend I was like, hey, I'm gonna go to the mall just to get out of the house, and I was like, is there Black Angus just down the street? So I went down to Black Angus and got a steak, and they had this broccoli with garlic butter on it. Ooh, that was good.
I
And
appreciate that you didn't do that stupid just put cheese on it bullshit. First
oh
of
yeah,
all,
no,
first of all, that defeats the purpose of eating broccoli. Secondly,
The garlic
It
butter
still
doesn't.
just take like it just still just takes like broccoli with cheese on it. Like it's not
Yeah.
that
No,
doesn't
like
erase the flavor of the broccoli.
yeah, yeah. Well, also I should say everyone knows about the cilantro gene, where if you got it, it tastes like soap, and if you don't, it tastes like basically nothing. There's a similar broccoli gene, so it's very well that you may have the broccoli gene, and it's just like, yeah, there's nothing we can do to get you to like it, and that's totally fair. Anyway, I thought it was neat seeing like, okay, so like we come into the episode and Devins is like he threw
Everybody's flipping out.
he threw that, like, that's the thing, is he threw that grenade to save himself without thinking about, all right, now what does this entail for everything else? Like that really was super chaotic, super insanity, where everyone now know, like the Muscle People Alliance was all like, well, he didn't tell us and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, yeah, that's great, I get it, why you would be mad about that, but also you were trying to vote him out. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, he thought it was going to be him. It's sitting there. You pull that lever.
yeah, it's like, why didn't he? Why it's like, why didn't he tell us he had this advantage? It's like, well, because you were going to try and vote him out, so it makes sense, right? Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I
And
like. I really like Joe's response. He's like, I thought he was having a fit. I thought he was panicking or something.
Brian.
the whole like first 20 minutes of this episode pissed me off. I'm like, this is season 50, and you guys are being crybabies that he's trying to play the game. Come on, give me a
Yeah,
fucking break, you guys.
Yeah,
Like,
it was funny.
Muscle
Everybody
Alliance.
complaining about how he was so messy about it. Like, what would you want him to do?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Like,
how dare you not let us just vote you out? God,
yeah. Well, like on the other hand, though, I could see Aubrey and Christian's thing. Like, he's my ally, and now he put a big giant target on himself, but he has an idol, which means that now I'm the target. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So them, I could understand it. Aubrey a little less so, because it's like, yeah, all right, you saved me with that one as well. So okay, great. But oofa doofa.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not looking good for the devs, man.
It's funny. All the people talking about how, oh, he shouldn't have been so theatrical about it and everything. I'm like, well, he was theatrical for a reason. He's acting it up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Not just for you, but for the jury too. And I think
yeah.
if
well,
he had been more chill, it wouldn't have sold it as much.
how could he have possibly been less theatrical? But he had to go grab it in front of them. What the fuck else was he gonna do?
Yeah, I think it's just people were not happy about what happened, and they were just looking for. You know how it goes. You don't like
Yeah,
something, so you find extra reasons to complain about it, even if they're
Yeah,
not really there.
they're sore losers. That's what. Yeah,
confirmation bias.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, 100%.
yeah. Yeah, I was surprised we didn't get much Rizzo in this episode.
Yeah, Riz God laying low right now.
Yeah, laying in the cut. Yeah.
Was he
It's
first out in the challenge or second? It was just like,
Oh,
fuck
he
it,
was
I'm
first
gone.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, him
Which
and
is
his
like,
noodle
okay,
arms.
I give Jeff credit. I think I could do it for 7.5 minutes.
It does put into perspective Joe's hour.
Yeah,
yeah,
no, exactly. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I
I
know
feel
I know Jeff's older and everything, but he ate, he slept. He has
yeah,
no
yeah.
excuses.
Well, also
Uh,
he's never
I mean, he
never
does have an excuse. That's his excuse. He's like 65. Give him a break.
Yeah.
yeah, he's 65 and he's never done it before. Like, I mean, he's watched people, but he doesn't know like when your hand gets sweaty or any of that. Like, it was interesting. It's kind of like how people sometimes suggest like you should like every Olympic sport should also have one just completely normal person, like an athlete person, but a non-Olympian athlete, do the event just to show people how hard it is. Now, obviously, that's not going to happen. You don't want to be known as, oh wow, you did the 100-meter dash in like 30 seconds. You don't want to be that person, but like it is that idea of
Well, yeah.
like, yeah,
Some of them
yeah,
are fatal if you don't know what you're doing.
yeah, exactly. But well, yeah, obviously, but you know what I mean, though. You know what I mean. But
Yeah,
like,
like you're not doing the luge with no,
right, exactly. Oh, also, like I said, it's an actual an actual athlete is what they propose, like not like a sprinter, but not an Olympic sprinter.
Yeah, get
So
like
anyway,
LeBron out there for everything. We brought up
oh yeah,
LeBron. Have him go out there.
actually that would be like that was one kind of cool thing about this Winter Olympics, that they kept having celebrities do the thing. Like they had Flava Flav, who is a huge fan of the Olympics. Flava
Yeah.
Flav got to do events like just to show people what it's like. It's like that's cool. Anyway, point being, having Jeff do it is like, oh cool, all right, we can see what like a normal person with, even though older or whatever, but like let's see what a normal person would do in this in 7.5 minutes. Yeah, good for him.
Yeah. My favorite part of that one is when Aubrey starts cranking it back up and he's like, "How are you doing that?" And she says, "I'm fucking crazy, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm fucking
Which,
crazy."
Aubrey, I love you, but that's a why are you doing it, not a how are you doing it. Yeah. Yeah. No, like, but that too though, that gives him extra insight into it, because like otherwise he would have just been like, Aubrey really digging in deep or whatever. But now he's like, oh, I just tried to do that and I completely failed. How are you doing it? How is that physically possible? Yeah.
And I noticed Jeff conspicuously did not answer Devin's questions when Devin's was like, "Well, what happens if you win immunity, Jeff?"
Yeah. So initially, like I said, because second screen experience, I was a little confused on this one, and I thought it was going to be 2 rounds, and the first round was going to be for Rice. Yeah, that's my bad, because I was like, oh, that's a neat idea. They're going to get their Rice, and also these people are going to be 7 minutes in, 8 minutes in, whatever, before the weaker people even get their hand in it. That's interesting. Not the case. This makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was. This is a good one to have him out there for, and it's a good twist on the Rice negotiation. It was all good fun. I liked it
yeah, yeah.
having
No,
him
it's
out
good.
there.
Like I feel a little bit bad because we kind of run out of things to say every now and again this season, because it's like, how much can you just say, hey, you remember when that happened? That was really cool. Good job, guys.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but it's like that.
people like to criticize and nitpick, and I think it's just as important to say, "Hey, that was cool. That worked. Good job."
No, too exactly. But it's like, hey, you can be like, that was cool. Like at a certain point, though, you just become like Chris Farley interviewing people. Like, hey, uh, when you said the love you make is equal to the love you take, is that true?
I mean, it was important to have a meaningful twist on the Rice negotiation because the last few seasons, it's just been like, no, we're not doing it, Jeff. Everybody's competing, right?
Yeah,
The last time I think it was innovated upon was when Rachel was like, hey, or what if everybody gives up their shot in the dark, right? And that worked out for Rachel because she didn't have one. She was the only one who didn't have one still. But that was the last time there was an innovation on negotiation. But otherwise, it's been like,
yeah,
no, we're all competing. And especially this one, season 50, they're all out here a second time. They're not out here for shiggles, you know. They're out here to compete. So they're obviously going to all say, "No, we're here to
yeah.
play." Or at
I
least
like how the
there
show.
might be one or two, like maybe Rizzo or Emily would sit out, but like you're not getting 4 or 5 of these people.
And Joe, like as soon as they saw the bag of rice, he was like looking around like he was gonna do it. So yeah, like I think that he might have, that would have given us 3, but yeah, I don't think they would have gotten 5. What I think would be interesting to give it a twist is if they get 3 or maybe 4 people or something like that, then just those people get like a little bit of rice for just themselves or something to that effect. Like
Oh, that'd be kind of nice.
they're
Yeah, like a
still
little
sitting
bonus.
out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just be like, well, like especially if they give a good faith effort where they're like, guys, we need one more person we can fucking eat.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Was it the last 4 in the challenge, the 4 who did the rice bet?
Jesus, don't ask
Oz,
me.
the ones who were in the bet
Uh,
were Ozzy, Joe, Tiff, and Jonathan. I know Jeff and Jonathan, or Joe and Jonathan were late. It was Ozzy and Joe at the
I
end. It might have
I
been that
think
4.
you're right. I think those were the 4. I don't
I
know
don't
though,
know.
because like I said, I was just like, oh, this is a neat challenge. Let me read up what, like, while it's going on, I'm just gonna read some Disco Elysium strategies and builds for more stuff your character can do, because I beat it legit. So now I want to see the stuff that I missed out on. And so like I'm reading this stuff and that's what I'm missing details. And that's why I can't
Yeah.
watch it on my computer anymore.
I did like at the end.
Sorry, viewer.
Ozzy was just like, I'm not going an hour, and he looked over, he saw Joe's like thing hadn't moved at all. Like, I don't know how you're doing this, Joe. Just no, I give up. You're fine.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, you know what? I gracefully concede. Well, it's
Yeah,
like I'm sure people they're the kind of no participation trophy people would have been like, why are you giving up? You could have won or whatever. It's like you could, but probably aren't, and you can use those resources that you were going to spend on
yeah,
something more. Yeah. Now
yeah.
that
Don't waste
said,
the calories. And they were all talking about how much their arms burn. Don't go another
yeah,
30 minutes if you don't have to.
yeah, yeah. I love the shit that they were giving Jeff. I love the little best of his trash talk, but yeah, yeah, good times. I was trying to recognize some of the people. I'm like, I couldn't.
As much as I didn't like the disadvantage, I did like the return of the barge. I love the Rachel barge the first time they did it.
Yeah,
And it was great again. It's like, they do the timer stuff and it works for visual appeal. But just watching the thing sink down, and then we didn't get the joy of the like half done puzzle flying off into the ocean. That was a great shot of it
yeah.
sinking to the bottom of the sea. There go your hopes and dreams, Christian.
I
There they
can't believe it
go.
stayed together when it fell into the
I
water.
know.
Well, that's like because it went so slowly down. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you mean when it was in the water? It's never mind.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah, it like no, like you're saying, the neat thing about the Rachel barge is that when it's a timer, they look over and they go, oh gosh, or whatever. But this, every time they think I gotta, there's like a big old
Good
as
junk.
yeah, it's like, oh god, like I only get to hear 7 or 8 caduceus before I'm fucked. So yeah,
Speaking of getting fucked, I liked Jonathan giving Christian shot in the dark back on the way out.
yeah,
Like, oh. And then when Christian's name came out, the vote he did for himself, Jonathan had such a big giddy face on.
okay, just look. It sucks that it was Christian. He's a guy that we like and everything,
Yeah,
or at least I like. I know you guys do too, but maybe not as much. But
I
also,
took him round one, pick one.
it is objectively funny that this
Yeah,
right, yeah, like the whole Schadenfreude of it all, and the fact that he's just like, Jeff, I have to vote for myself. I don't have a choice, and because it was someone's idea, and you know who you are.
yeah. I think Jeff looked kind of annoyed when Christian was like, "This is a shitty disadvantage," and I'm really pissed about it. Jeff looked kind of annoyed about getting called out
Whatever.
because he was so
Suck on
happy
it,
to share. Like,
Christian.
my friend Jimmy Fallon gave me
Yeah.
this suggestion when I was on his show.
Jimmy Fallon sucks. I'm sorry. He's just. I liked Fever Pitch. Fever Pitch was pretty good. That was a good movie. But otherwise, no, I never. I could do without Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch late night anymore.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. No, I definitely haven't watched it for really in forever. So anyway, fuck Jimmy Fallon.
I don't
His
know.
ice
Does
cream
Daily
I
sucks.
Show
mean,
count as late night?
No, it's on at like 7 o'clock.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I haven't watched any late night thing ever, except for random clips on people post on Facebook or whatever.
Oh
Saturday
yeah.
Night Live. Do you ever watch Saturday Night Live?
That's not the same thing. That's
That
not a
doesn't
late
count.
night show.
I mean, it starts at midnight.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not the late night means like a talk show, not
Yeah.
what
Monologue
time
talk.
it's on.
Yeah. The last one I watched anything of was Craig Ferguson, and when he went off the air, I was like, I don't need to watch anymore. I'm good.
My brother and I used to watch old reruns of David Letterman, and my God, Letterman in the late '80s and early '90s was just so on top of his game. Anyway, point being, let's see, who all else? So yeah, Aubrey, she's in going on. Oh no, wow, I can't talk. She's going into business for herself. She ditched Devins.
Hmm.
This could probably re-ally with him, but it's way too risky, way too whatever. She is starting to try and make some moves. And similarly, Christian was trying to make moves, but he just didn't realize he was so far behind the 8 ball. So I feel like those middle players, they got an uphill battle, but there is a chance for them. Devins, if he can survive to the end, like I think he's got a great chance.
If he saves till final tribal that idol was fake the entire time, and that they planted
Yeah,
it there pre-merge, that'll get him a lot of points.
yeah. Well, especially like somebody like I just don't think it's going to happen. Eventually they're just going to vote for him anyway. He's yeah, but yeah, I don't think he's long for the world. But man, good TV for from him. I would watch his weather report any day.
Did she though? Did she abandon Devins? Because she did vote for Ozzy with him.
Yeah, but no, she voted for Christian.
Did she? Who the fuck was the other Ozzy vote then?
I forget. And the only reason, in fairness, the only reason I remember that she voted for Christian is because Aubrey starts with an A, so
Let me
she was
see.
at the top of the list. Because I wanted to see the final vote also, like as I knew what was going to happen, so I wanted to see how many points other people were going to get. Yeah, and so I saw that she did it, and I forget the other two that voted for Ozzy. I think I want to say it was like
Emily did.
Yeah,
No.
it was Emily and Rick voted for Ozzy.
oof, poor Emily, because I actually thought she was playing a pretty good job or playing a pretty good game. But if she was on the outside of that vote, like, ooh, that's not a good look.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. She pitched an idea and she stuck with it. They told her that was the plan. At the very least, she can be like, "Hey, I was in this alliance with Christian, trying to pull something off. He's gone now. I'm ready to play a different game." Like
Yeah,
at least you can be like, "Hey, look, that was my alliance. I tried to save a guy. It didn't work. I'm still here and I'm still willing to play." That's not a bad
yeah.
pivot.
And nobody actively dislikes her. Like we saw Suri get annoyed with her, but like also look, people had no food in them. Everyone was getting a little edgy.
Yeah.
And I could see her case of like, we're gonna be eating a lot of rice. We need this to last like 10 more days. Is this good that we should eat this much? That sort of thing. Like I could see why you'd be like, lady, listen to me. I know my survivor. I know my rice.
Yeah. And also like she was questioning the proportion of water to rice and Suri was like, "I've cooked plenty of rice.
Yeah,
Chill the fuck out."
take
But like
all the seats.
but I like also get Emily like, "This is the only rice we have. If we fuck this rice up, I'm be so
Yeah,
pissed."
yeah. Oh yeah, like I don't know how you would cook rice in a pot like that. I don't know the right amount of water to put in there. Do you use salt water? I feel like you would use salt water. That way you would salt it up a little bit for flavor. Or would that be a
Uh
bad idea?
I wouldn't use the ocean water cuz it's got like whale
Yeah.
piss in it.
Whatever. You think like regular water isn't dirty as hell?
I mean, at least it doesn't have, shark
I'm like,
jizz.
Yeah, it just has
yeah,
regular.
no, I'm quite sure the water from their well is a lot cleaner than the ocean.
But
Yes.
the water from the well is probably put there specifically to be clean.
That's true. That's a good point.
Because
Unless they
the
have.
last thing you need is somebody out on the island getting fucking dysentery or some shit. So
Alas,
who's Brian? Go.
What is I don't get what's with all this the middle shit. There's no middle. Like there's nothing
oh,
middle about them. They're just an alliance. Like I don't
yeah,
how the hell
I,
are they middle? You know who's actually in the middle? Even per Andy's notes here. Suri is in every alliance. That's the
yeah.
middle.
Suri is the real middle. Like that's what they mean by the middle. Like, oh, these are the people who will side with this alliance one week and that alliance the next week or whatever. They're playing both sides against the middle. Like the fact that they don't realize that Suri is in the middle just speaks to how well she is playing it. Now
I mean,
that said,
she's
Sure.
in every alliance, but she's only
yeah,
acting for one. She's
right,
only
right,
there
right. Well,
for
yeah,
her
yeah.
polycule.
Sorry, yeah, she has her alliance of Rizzo and Ozzy, and
Yeah.
then she's in everyone else. Look, she has her best friends, and then everyone else is that she's their best friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're friends with me. I'm not friends with you. Surprisingly.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Oh no, I don't mean like we're friends. I'm speaking from the Suri point of view when it's like talking strategy with Jonathan. It's like, yeah, Jonathan, I'm your friend, but you're not my friend. You'll vote with me. I'm not going to vote with you, though. That's why she's so great, but also
Yeah.
that's why it's so dangerous. And like, there's a very like this. What I love about her is that she's always on the knife edge of like, I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. Oh, I'm gone because everyone knew I was winning.
Yeah.
But who the hell is supposedly this other alliance that the
It
middle
was
would side with?
I
It's
mean,
literally fucking all of them versus those four. What
I
the
mean,
hell are they talking about?
it was what Rick, Christian. There's Rick, Christian, and
Emily.
Emily,
And
right?
Aubrey.
And kind of Ozzy because Christian, Emily, Ozzy were on the same tribe, right? No, I think Aubrey's just there by association.
Yeah.
But I don't think she's really with them. Tiff's not really in a strong alliance, like Joe and Jonathan have a thing going, but like a lot of it's kind of disintegrated too since Christy and Coach are gone. So the like quote
Mhm.
unquote honorable players alliance that was the two of those, and then Joe and Jonathan. That the middle player is not as big of a thing right now because the bigger alliances are mostly gone.
Yeah, like we were talking about it, I want to say 2 episodes ago, where we talked about how there was an alliance of three, an alliance of three, a couple alliances of two, and then just like some free agents.
Yeah,
And the free agents at that time were the middle players, or what they were calling the middle players.
yeah.
Although I think free
Coach
agents
running
would have
around
been a
talking about the
better.
middle people.
Yeah. But and actually, I was gonna say I think free agents would have worked better, but then you just reminded me that it was Coach who was calling them like who named them the middle people. It's like, yeah, actually, that tracks. That's something he would say. Looks good in
So
the suit.
whose game do you guys like this time around more than you did before? I bring that up because I mentioned Jonathan before, and I like Jonathan's game a lot better this time around. Like before, his pitch was, "I'm strong, I'm scary, I'm a threat. Take me as a shield." Right? Which works until you get to the end, and then you're like, "Yeah, you're strong. You're a threat to win like the last two immunities, and I don't want that. So now you're gone." Whereas
Mhm.
now he's actually making social play and social moves, and he's not running around telling people like, "Take me with you as a scapegoat or a shield." He's not putting himself out there in like a martyr kind of way. He's like, "Nah, I want this to be the vote that I'm driving."
That's a good question. I think. Kidding.
Is it Ozzy? Because Ozzy's doing pretty good too.
No, because like, okay, he's definitely playing a better game than he did in the past, but that's a low bar to clear. Like
That's
physically,
true.
he's always been a very good player. I'm not give him his flowers where they're deserved. But socially, he's been lacking, and
Yeah,
like he's improved. But like I mean, we saw in the last one, he was all ready to vote out. I forget who it was until Suri came by and just said, "What do you? What? No, obviously
yeah.
we go for coaching Christie. That's what it was." And it's like, oh, okay. Like his that if he had said, we should go for coaching Christie or something like that, and like or anything except for we vote out the people that we can get out anytime. Anything other than that, I'd have been like, yeah, good job. But I'm just like, yeah, he hasn't improved enough for me to say that I'm impressed by his game.
I just feel like previous
Oh,
seasons he would have been like, "You can't vote me out because I'm the one catching all the fish." Like
but
nobody fucking cares.
I don't know what plays you think he's doing. All of his plays are do whatever Suri tells him to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big improvement for him.
Like I'll give
I agree with Nick. He's done much better, but it's been a low
yeah,
bar.
devil's advocate, Brian, like I said, because I'm with you on this, Brian. I'm not impressed by his game, but I'll say this time he managed to find someone to do the thinking for him and hasn't and he has swallowed his ego
Yeah.
in that regard, at least. You
I
know what
mean,
I
I
mean?
don't know
Where
about that. He's just not.
in that
Um,
regard, he's
he's
still
not
very
expressing his ego.
That's
At
fine.
least to everybody else. He's expressing it to the confessionals, but he's
That's
not
fine.
doing it to everybody else's.
Learning to shut the fuck up is still a skill.
wait,
Yeah,
but like he's. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. So, like I said, two screen experience this time around. He isn't. resentful of Suri telling him what to do, right?
No, it doesn't seem to be.
Yeah. So like when he talks about, Christian telling him who to vote for or whatever, that sort of thing, he has an ego. But like that kind of makes some sense to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A bit. So it's different. It's different. Like, yeah, because he's not, once again, Christian is working with him. He's not working with Christian. He's working with Suri, and Suri's working with him. And to an extent, he's working with Rizzo, but I don't know for sure if that's mutual or not.
I don't think so.
Yeah. As for people who I think I'm impressed by their game, yeah, Jonathan, because he's actually being a little bit sneaky, devious. That's all good. Suri, because even though she's always been a very good social player, this time I think she's really kicking it up to 11. Rizzo, because he went in hot and it cost him, and now he's chilled out a bit.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's been a lot. I don't know if it's just because he hasn't needed to have his input, but he's been pretty relaxed, and he's happy to be hanging out with Suri and just being quiet.
Yeah.
Like I think that's a big piece of Suri's social game that doesn't get mentioned is how she has her core, and they are just falling in line, and then like
Yeah.
happily falling in line. Like Rizzo's the kind of player who'd be like, "I want to be the greatest Survivor player ever. I need to make a great big move." Nah, he's not even talking about that.
Yeah. He's going to let mom do it for him.
Yeah,
And that's her strategy. And that's why, like, I just, like, I don't want to sound like I'm denigrating her game. It's like, no, she's going to, think for, like, these are her puppets. They think that they're in charge. Well, Ozzy doesn't. Ozzy knows that he is a puppet, but he thinks that he can put together a game and a case for himself outside of that. And Rizzo probably thinks that he's an independent thinker and he can do whatever he wants, but she's just that much smarter than him that like it's kind of like, okay, I've been talking about this with some of my friends lately, but like when I was a kid, like when I was in high school, I thought like all the time, like, yeah, I'm getting away with stuff all the time. It's awesome. I'm acting out and I'm getting away with it. And just every now and again, when I was going to do something that in hindsight was actually dangerous, my mom would be like, "Oh, so where are you going?" Oh yeah, I was like, "No," and I realized as an adult, like, "Oh shit, my mom, I never got anything over on my mom. She always knew what I was up to." So it's like that's what it is with Suri and Rizzo right now. Rizzo's like, "I'm gonna do this thing because I think it's a good idea," and Suri will be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna let him do that thing because it's not really gonna affect my job. It's fine." And
yeah,
then the minute he starts to go off on his own or whatever, she's just gonna be like, she'll know exactly what to tell him to get him right back on side. I really like her game. Now, as I said, I always caveat that because I'll be the first to say, like, she could be gone next week just because people are like, "Oh, we're getting down to the nitty gritty," and
yeah.
she's on
They put two
everyone's
and two
side.
together.
Yeah. It could always happen, but improved or not improved, but like impressed. Like,
Yeah. All right,
"Mm,
fantasy.
yeah, sure. Unless
All right.
someone else has anything else they want to say.
But I
My
just say my
fucking
favorite part of the episode
yeah,
because
good.
it's
Yeah.
really surprising because it was Joe and I hate him. Um, so during the challenge, where when they after I think it was Jonathan drops it, Jeff at the point of, oh, now it's a showdown between Ozzy and Joe just switches to fucking one arm and
Yeah,
looks at Ozzy like, dude, just give up. Come on, look
Yeah.
at this.
Yeah.
yeah. I also like Joe's Devin's impression. That was really funny.
Yeah. All right. All right, fantasy. We did not have any bets resolve, but we did get one person kicked out of the bet. Our touchy feely Deadpool is officially dead. Brian, you had Christian for the touchy feely Deadpool. Do you guys
Why?
do you
Yeah,
guys
I don't
think
know.
okay, but he did do a lot of like this is for my son and my son's gonna see this.
Yeah.
Does any of that count? Like I'm not out here to win
No.
$1 million. I'm here
No.
to show my son. Da 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 da. Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't think so,
Although
but I just want to do my due diligence and check.
that's fair. Well, actually, you know what? Seeing as how Brian's so far behind, I say count it. It
Okay,
was
we'll put
real
it.
because also you got a grade on the curve, like to the point where did you notice when they were showing everyone cast their votes while Christian's giving his testimonial, final testimonial, like they were showing everyone get cast their votes, and Rizzo's there doing the robot dance. Like he's voting for Christian and he's doing the robot. I'm like,
Yeah.
Wow, or like waving his arms like that. Like, yeah, great on the curve. That was very touchy feely for him. I say fair enough. Well, if you guys agree, I say fair enough. Give him the points.
All right, fine. You make a good point. It probably won't matter. If the 3 points matters at the end, we will reinspect.
Nah,
But
I like
for
the
now, I'm
more that I
fine.
think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, no. For him, that was very emotional, especially like, when he was on the barge and he was like, smart people can feel really dumb sometimes and da la la. And I just want my son to know, like, to me, yeah, that's touchy feely for him.
Okay, I'll count it. I mean, it's not just being emotional. It's the idea of like, oh, I didn't come to this journey. I came, or no, I didn't come for $1 million. I came for the journey and the experience of a lifetime of Survivor. The kind of bullshit
He
that Jeff
came to
loves to hear about himself.
I'm like I'm not gonna rewatch the episode, but I'm 90% sure at some point he said I came to show my kid such and such.
Yeah, I'll take it. All right, fine.
Yeah.
3 points for Brian. All
The
right,
fact that
scoring.
I know his kid's name is Michael, like the fact that I know there's a Michael Hubicki out there, like that's very touchy feely to
Yeah,
me. So
named
anyway,
after Mike White, maybe. I don't know.
no, better not be. I like Mike White. Don't get me
Man
wrong.
wants
I'm
to
like,
be
yeah,
on TV. He wants to be on White Lotus. All right, Brian, you came in the week in last place with 42 points. You had Jonathan, Rick, and Suri. Jonathan Suri only got you 1 point because all they did was survive. Rick got you 4 though because he survived 3 votes thrown his way. You want to have players that get votes but don't get voted out because it's kind of like playing with fire. And then this game, fire represents your life, so that's more points. You also just got 3 points from the touchy feely Deadpool, so that is 9 for you for the week, which is pretty fucking good. On to your 42, giving you 51, which is not good at all. Nick, you came in the week in second place. You have Tiff, Joe, and Aubrey. Tiff and Aubrey both only got you 1 point. Joe got you 3 because he also won individual immunity. So that is 5 onto your 56, giving you 61. And I came in the week in first place with 70 points. And I had Rizgod, Ozzy, and Christian. Christian got me 0 because he was eliminated. Rizgod got me 1 because he survived. And Ozzy got me 3 because he survived 2 votes playing with fire there. So that is 4 onto my 70, giving me 74. And I have to replace Christian, and I only have 2 choices. I have Stephanie and Emily. And I feel like if I want points, Stephanie would be the right choice. But I do not want
yeah,
noted
take it.
anti-Semite Stephanie on my team. So I am going to take Emily. I don't care if it's the wrong call.
Wow. Okay. I was gonna say you should.
I don't want her. I don't want her.
I say you should
I
take her
don't know.
because you guys are so copacetic on all of your political views, but you kind of stepped all over that. Remember, I would outplay Outcast is at heart a men's health podcast.
No, you said men's rights that one day.
Oh damn it, I did. Oh god. All right, I stepped on my own joke. Damn
You
it.
did. That's all right. We all fucked it up for you.
Yeah, congrats. We're a bunch of losers back home, is what we're called.
A loser back home?
What about
LBA?
Stephanie? Do you think would get you more points?
I just think between
I think
Stephanie,
Emily's likely to get votes. So
I think Stephanie's more likely to win a thing.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Emily's gonna get a couple votes like every fucking episode now.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Or they might just like
Well,
be done with it and vote her out.
yeah, and then hey, then
They're
you get
voting
regular
out Devins next. Who do you think you're kidding?
I don't know. He's still
Yeah.
got that idol.
You better hope they don't vote him out. You're screwed if they do.
Well, I'm screwed.
Yeah,
a
he's
long
screwed
time
anyway.
ago.
You got 9 points. You're back in this thing, baby.
He's still down by 23. I mean, you're still in it, Nick. You're not so far behind. But
I'm not gonna win. All right. Well, I take it nobody's gonna drop anyone. Well, let me.
Brian, do
think.
you want noted anti-Semite
no.
on your team? Okay, fine.
Huh.
Nick, you're the
I mean,
men's rights activist.
and I did reference Harry Potter, so clearly I am.
Yeah.
Oh God, no. Wait. Okay. Wait. So who's on my team right now? It's Jonathan. No,
you
it's
have
Joe.
Joe, Tiff, and Aubrey.
Feel like I should, but feel like I should maybe drop Aubrey and take Stephanie. Sorry, I'm really thinking about this one.
I mean,
Ah,
you're within striking range of my total with a good week
yeah.
for you and a bad week for me. So it might be worth abandoning all morals to pick up Stephanie.
No, because here's the thing. I don't think she is gonna win anything, and she will get to the end, but she's not going to get very many votes cast for her. Aubrey, I can gamble because, like, here's the thing: I can't. If I play it safe, I'm probably not gonna go much further. You know what I mean? So I do need to gamble a little bit to make up for the lost time.
I
And
mean,
part of that is like maybe Aubrey will say something. You know, she's fun. She's fun. She says
yeah,
some
it's
stuff
true. Okay.
sometimes.
Like, I'm a
Who
crazy
knows?
bitch.
Yeah. Like I think I'm better off sticking with her. So
Okay.
yeah.
I like how you say
And
Stephanie's
besides,
not going to win anything when she literally won immunity like 2 weeks ago.
oh, I forgot about that. It doesn't matter though. I mean, look, the most problematic person is going to be in the next episode. Like, just as Mr. Beast's trial is starting, they're going to
Oh
have a
God.
Mr. Beast cameo. Oh God, I bet they really did. 6 months ago, this seemed like such a great idea.
Yeah.
What?
Poor
Yeah.
bastard.
What's going on with him? I don't know things.
Oh, you should just look it up.
He's on trial for
yeah.
a bunch of bad shit.
Yeah. Also he built that beast land
Abu
in the
Dhabi or
Emirates
Dubai, whatever it
using
is.
slave labor and all that. So, there's that. He's not very good. All right. Well, anyway, nobody's gonna pick up Steph. Nope. All right,
No.
cool. Then we'll see everyone next week. We'll talk about our dear friend, Mr. Beast, whose legal name, apparently, according to the court documents, is now Mr. Beast, or that's how he's referred to as, whatever.
Oh God.
All right, we'll see that auction with his super advantage, super beware advantage. That's what it's called.
Oh God.
So bullshit. All right, bye.
Oh, Nick, before you you chose to end the episode at a beautiful point last episode. We were all talking.
What part did I?
You guys were talking about like
I
we don't. You guys were joking like I don't care. We don't give a shit where you went, Andy. Nobody cares about where you go. And then I said, but I care where you go. And then
yeah.
boom, episode over. It was great. I was just like, but I care.
That was pretty great.
I got a
Yeah.
genuine LOL out of that.
I wanted to because I know. Look, I give a shit, obviously,
I know, it's funny.
and also the three people that we have, they're like, oh yeah, it's cool to know that he went to Portugal. Didn't talk about it at all, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.